Ballyhoo and welcome. The Passion Project continues. My name is Remedy Robinson, and this is an appreciation. This is an exploration of linguistics, language, and the art of protesting too much, as framed by the peerless poetry of the modern-day master, Elvis Costello. Today's slow drag is with The Name of This Thing Is Not Love from The Delivery Man, released in 2004. The songwriting is credited to Elvis Costello. It's a piece that melds adult emotions with childish reactions, or maybe it's the other way around. Told from the first person, second person, and omniscient third person points of view, The Name of This Thing Is Not Love wants to place blame, but it can't seem to land a punch, so to speak. There's a part of this feeling that I just cannot kill, but the name of this thing is not love, and I can't take a potion, and I won't take a pill, so it tortures me still, but the name of this thing is not love. Told from the first person point of view, this first verse rhymes kill, pill, still together, which adds a nice lilt to a difficult discussion. Rhyming love with itself isn't enough. The entire line has been repeated for melody and for impact. The thing going forward in this piece, as we're keyed into in the first line, is feeling. At least there's a part of this feeling that isn't love. Feeling, therefore, becomes the antecedent to the little word thing. Thing then serves as the pronoun that replaces the noun. This is only in theory based on the grammar itself, so let's see if this assertion holds true throughout. Then you start entertaining such a terrible thought. Life is so very short, and the name of this thing is not love. This sounds as if it could be an unexpected, direct appeal to the second person, or perhaps an inward beratement using a cockeyed first person. Placing thought and short near to each other to imply a rhyme is genius. What is more, Mr. Costello makes excellent use of the big words as well as the small words. The subtractive conjunction but becomes additive with and the name of this thing is not love. What does it mean when it's paired with how long life is? The line life is so very short sounds as if it's a phrase that will be revisited before too long. There's a bruise on her arm and some blood on the floor, but the name of this thing is not love. And they're taunting some girl that they claim to adore. She can't take any more, but the name of this thing is not love. Now told in the third person and back to the contradictive but, this verse has turned dark and theatrical, to be sure. It relies on the familiar, established refrain as it surrounds itself with the plucky-sounding floor, adore, and any more. Acts of tumult and disruption do seem to bear at least a passing resemblance to love. Who in the world do you think that you are, that you pushed me this far? The name of this thing is not love. This verse drops any pretense of and but, as it makes a statement of fact, rebuffing the audacity of another person having gone too far. Or could it be a self-rebuke, as suggested above? It's quite remarkable how it seems possible to approach many of Mr. Costello's creations from so many different directions and still be right each time. This piece speaks to matters of the heart, of course, so certainly there will likely be a change of attitude to come. There is so much that has been laid down already that seems to promise a payoff in the end. But will it? He thinks of her still, although you'd never guess. He's trying hard to forget her. The occasional moments that he'll always bless, watching her dress, for worse or for better. This verse is stunning in its ability to both rhyme and seemingly bust an idiom. Guess, bless, and dress wrap around a moment of weakness, of how there are so many things we just can't scrub out of our memories. All this while juxtaposing a sensual and intimate moment of dressing with the implication of the bad luck associated with seeing a bride in her dress before vows have been exchanged, vows that now have been rearranged in order to reflect the mood of the piece. He watched her pick over her broken playthings. What played on his mind is not love. The cast aside tokens and discarded rings over one of his flings. But the name of this thing is not love. The emphatic fourth line of the sixth verse follows the pattern found in both the first and third verses, squeezing out a sentiment in a rapid rush of 6 syllables. So it tortures me still. She can't take any more, and now over one of his flings. The use of the past tense with the present tense and what played on his mind is not love seems grammatically incorrect, yet justified in the moment, a testament to how omnipresent this struggle is that can't be placed in any time. Flings and rings call back to the dress and vows of the last verse. What do you suppose her broken playthings are? Then he threw something down in a wild rushing river and won't ever recover. The name of this thing is not love. Doing something irrevocable in the name of love seems quite natural. Doing something rash when it's not love, well, that's another sort of madness now, isn't it? Or perhaps this is what happens when you protest too much. Then you start out pretending that you're so very tough. Life is not short enough. But the name of this thing is not love. Life is so very short has turned into life is not short enough. That's what happens when you think you can get through it unscathed, when you think you're tough enough. Up to the very end, this piece tries to convince itself it is not human, that all of these words and actions are not motivated by love. But love is a thug. Even if you reduce it by half, the feeling of it still breaks through. All the buildup and no payoff of breaking away from this feeling.
Dig it.
Again, this has been a slow drag with The Name of This Thing Is Not Love from 2004's The Delivery Man. Structurally sound, emotionally stunted, and as human as it gets, this piece argues with itself in a wonderfully juvenile fashion. What do you think? Do you think the thing that is said to not be love, as mentioned above, is feeling? If not, what else do you think the thing is referring to? And that's it for today's slow drag, my friend. Thank you for listening. Other gems from the delivery man you'll enjoy a slow drag with are episodes 16 and 17. I might recite a small prayer. and the quickening art. They are slow drags with bedlam and the concept of music unlocking the mind. Episode 27, or Maybe I Really Love You, it's a slow drag with needle time. And episode 52, The Worthless Bum, that's a slow drag with Monkey to Man. You've probably heard by now that I've written a novel, The Most Terrible Time in My Life Ends Thursday. It's now available. The link is in the show notes. So please give it a read, review it, and spread the word. I think you'll agree. It's a grand little book. You can find me on social media. Just search for my name, Remedy Robinson, or the name of my podcast, Slow Drag with Remedy. Also, please visit slowdragwithremedy.com for companion blogs, transcripts, and other useful information. Please take the time to give us a 5-star rating, especially on Apple Podcasts. And as always, thank you for helping to get the word out about this little passion project. Truly, it means the world. So, until next time, adieu, my little ballyhoo. Slow drag with Remedy.